Hey folks, it's Ardwulf. Welcome back. I'm going to talk about Wargaming Storage again. This time I'm going to go with Churchill. I think I'm going to spend a little less time on this. This game is, before I open it, I'll show you, is in a big 3-inch box. I also have an unboxing video of this, so if you're interested in the specifics of the components, you can check that out. Now, this game's a little different than Space Empires, which I talked about in the first video in this series, and because it's in the bigger box, it's generally much easier to store. So this game, like Space Empires 4X, has a big mounted map, but in this case, I think I might have mentioned in my unboxing video that I sometimes do this. I actually took the little box insert thing and I cut it up and put it in here, and so it stays in the bottom of the box, which I think is neat. So this is an example of a GMT mounted map that's pretty much the same size as the inside of the box. But this game also has a profusion of different components. So for example, there's 4 different card decks. So I went and bought these little card cases, which come in a variety of sizes. I get these from the local gaming store. Ultra Pro is who makes them. These are not like my favorite style of card cases, but they're the only ones that the friendly local gaming stores even have that don't have dragons or spaceships or some shit like that on them. So I have, for this particular game, I have 4 of these, and then it's a 3-player game, so I have 3 of these flat container store containers that I talked about in the last video for each of the 3 factions. So each player can, again, be handed one of these and say, here's your pieces, have fun. And then I got another one for the general markers and stuff. And you don't really have to fish in here much, actually, except for, because the... well, I don't want to talk about the specifics of Churchill, but this is something I dig into more at the beginning of the game when I'm setting it up than like every minute while I'm playing. So, and then we have some extra blocks. These are actually spare blocks that came with the game, and then these are optional objective counters. So I put them in a subsidiary baggie in the big baggie because I don't imagine needing them. And then we've got dice. Not the dice that came with the game, but dice that I put in the game because I like these better than the dice that came with the game. And then you got your axis blocks here, and I just have these in a baggie. I think I'm going to get another one of these containers and put these extra objective markers and these things in that extra container, but I haven't done that yet. Now, an important consideration, though, is that this box is going to sit on the shelf, right? So I want to store things with the fact in mind that I don't want this to slip inside the box and fall and open up, and then I got a mess everywhere. So I will kind of stack stuff preferentially toward the bottom of the box when I'm storing these things, and then this loose stuff that's in bags I'll just stuff into the top. So that is a solution, the solution that I have come across for this game in particular, which, by the way, I got to play and it's terrific. But I mean, there's a lot of different ways to store these types of games. This is another example of a game that I did succeed eventually in getting into its original box. Not a big problem normally with a 3-inch box from the GMT boxes, but there's an exception to that where it's very difficult, and I'll get to that in a future video. But big tree struggle for peace, another storage solution that I have arrived at for this particular game, and having played it out of this box with these components stored this way, it turned out to work pretty well, and I was pretty happy with it. And after that game, I came home and made a couple small refinements for things that I wanted to improve about it, which I'll do almost every time. So again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I'll have more of these videos in the future.